Christina Shalhoub, brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
Good Monday morning. We're going to start with a look at the tropics here, considering Hurricane Melissa just over an hour ago reached Category 5 status. That is as strong as a tropical system can get. This storm right now has winds, sustained winds, mind you, of 160 miles per hour and gusts up to 195 miles per hour. And if you want a clue as to how strong this storm is, let's look at the structure of it. Zooming in, you can see how defined, how distinct the eye of the storm is right there, that little circle. When we see storms this strong, that eye is picture perfect kind of clear, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Hurricanes like structure. They like to be essentially like a stack of pancakes when it comes to their atmospheric formation, and that's exactly what we're seeing with Melissa right now. Now, we talk a lot about the winds when it comes to these storms, but I want to step off the screen for a second because the rain is a problem all its own. Parts of Jamaica could see upwards of 30 inches of rain. I want you to think about that for a second. Think about that compared to you, how tall you are standing straight up. For me, that's just about half of my height. That is an incredible amount of rain over the course of a very short period of time. So clearly there are some catastrophic impacts that unfortunately it looks like are heading straight for Jamaica, where this storm will make landfall in the next 24 hours before heading to Cuba, then Turks and Caicos, and then all the way out to Bermuda, still as a Category 1 storm before weakening out into the Atlantic. So obviously this is a major sticking point in the forecast right now. We're going to keep an eye on things here and of course keep you posted. But let's turn back toward home. We'll talk about what's happening in southern New England. And the big ticket item here is that it's cold, guys. It's 27 right now in Taunton, 36 in New Bedford and in Providence, same in Westerly, 32 in Smithfield as you're walking out the door. Over the next few hours, temperatures, they will warm back up. It's not like we're stuck in the 20s and 30s all day, but it's not a warm day even for this time of year. We're in the upper 40s, low 50s by the start of the afternoon, most of us topping out in the low 50s by the end of the day. Clouds increase as well. Just keep that in the back of your mind. We'll go back to that in just a second, but let's look at the numbers. Looking at a high today of 53 for Smithfield and Taunton, same in New Bedford and Newport, 54 for Providence and Westerly as well. So you get the picture. Not too bad for this time of year, just a little below average. Satellite and radar, again, back to the clouds. It's quiet right now. There's some cloud cover off to the east, and that will become more prevalent as we move into the second half of the day. Not just clouds, but even some ocean effect rain, a sprinkle, a little drizzle, especially for the South Shore of the Cape and the islands. But here at home, some of that is possible as we move into the evening. I'm talking 7:30, 8:30, 9 o'clock. You might see a drip or a drop, so keep that in mind. This pattern keeps up into Tuesday and Wednesday, just a little ocean effect shower here and there as we get through that stretch. But as you can see, the big stuff comes for us on Thursday. That's when we're anticipating our next storm to come through, and this one has much heavier, much more widespread rain involved. So be prepared for a soaking evening commute possible on Thursday, but it's more so later Thursday night that the heaviest stuff comes around. I'm talking about at this point 8, 9, 10 o'clock. That's where we're right in the middle of this into very early Friday morning. But it does seem like timing is on our side, because while we could see a couple of showers on Halloween morning on Friday, most of the big bad stuff is out of the way by the time everyone's got their costumes on and is trick-or-treating on Friday evening. I'm not saying it's a perfect day. It's still going to be pretty windy. In fact, most of this week will be pretty breezy at the least, but at least we won't be getting super soaked as we get outdoors, requiring an umbrella with the costume on Friday. Now, as we move into the weekend, things look a little bit lighter and brighter. Temperatures still in the 50s, more sunshine as we head into Saturday.